She came up to me and said, "Hey, Stan, I'm your ride to the airport." I says, "Okay." She then introduced herself and said, "I'm the person who volunteered to take you back to the airport. Thank you." Well, I had been speaking at an insurance and financial planners conference on how to market yourself and build your business. And that's right, I was scheduled immediately afterward to head back to the airport in Denver and be on my way. And I said, "Great, I really appreciate that." And then she said, "Well, I have an ulterior motive. One of the reasons I want to do that is that I've just really started this career and I could use a little coaching." And I figured out, since it's a long drive to the Denver airport, that in the meantime, I could get some free coaching and counseling right from you on the way. And I said, "That's great, let's go." Well, got in the car, and then I started, as I normally do, by saying, "Well, what's your story?" And she says, "Well, I'm just starting over again in the insurance business, and I think I'm going to be successful at it. But who knows? It's obviously a difficult business, but I think I have the skills." She said, "My husband and I have been married for over 30 years, and she said about 2 years ago, the last one left home and serving proudly in the United States Army. And we've been blessed in many ways. But my husband works in the construction business, so it's been up and down, back and forth. Sometimes we've had to move around just to find work." Well, during this whole time, my husband has pursued his love, and that is he loves to do country music, and he's really good. He really is. Has done it for many, many years. The guitar, his singing, the songs he writes. And of course, what happens is he performs at a lot of parties, weddings, receptions, and does a lot of work in our church, singing and entertaining. Just a hobby, but he's good at it. Well, of course, she says, "We've always heard for years, you ought to go to Nashville. You're really good. You ought to go to Nashville." And of course, we just smile and thank them for the compliment. Well, a couple of years ago, just after my son graduated from high school, and we were sitting there wondering what to do a little bit with our time, and my husband got laid off. And so now what do we do? And I said, "Let's go to Nashville." And he said, "What?" She said, "This is a perfect time. Let's do it. We've always talked about that. People have always said, I wonder what would happen if we go to Nashville." So we did. We found someone to rent our home. We cashed in our 401ks, took our savings, and we went to Nashville. She said we were there for a little over a year and a half. Made lots of friends, got involved in the industry, going back and forth. He got some gigs, some backup work and things like that, and connected. We had a great, great time. Lifelong friends, a number of opportunities. Yeah. And you know what? Just the other day, we got a phone call that somebody wants to talk to him about perhaps an opportunity. Well, she said, a year and a half, nothing great had broken out, so we came back here to Denver, and he's going back to work, and because we need to restore our future and fortune, I thought I'd get involved in the insurance business, and we'll see where that goes. I said, "That's great, how wonderful." And then she said, "But you know, here's the important thing. We now know that as we grow older, we will know we will never have to wonder what might have happened if we would have gone to Nashville. We won't ever have to think about that, because we did. We don't know if it's going to work out, but we met a lot of friends, had a wonderful time. We've got lifelong memories. We've got pictures we can share. And we live with no regrets wondering what might have happened if we had gone to Nashville. You know why? Because we did." You know, there's a real powerful truth to her story, and that's why I share it with you. I have a friend who I think he could be a lot more than he really is, but I'm absolutely convinced that it's more important not to fail for him than it is for him to be truly successful. It's more important not to fail than to seek to follow a dream and be successful. So I just let that ask you to sit that on your head this Sunday night as we have our Sunday night meeting, and just think about, is there a Nashville in your life? Is there something you've always wondered about and thought about and said, I wonder what might happen if. Could I encourage you, even in these difficult and trying times? Oftentimes that's the best time to figure out what the Nashville might be in your life, in your business, in the career before you. And maybe it's time to go to Nashville.